The one thing you need to know to do this practice is how to do breath of fire. And ideally some experience on yoga or some physical practice will also help you along the way. This is how we're going to do it. We're going to do a short warm-up, and then we're going to do 5 exercises, just 5 exercises. Each exercise is going to last for 3 minutes, and we're going to rest 1 minute in between. It's a tough one, so don't be disappointed if you can't do the whole length of time. Work through it. With practice, you will get there. So we're going to start by sitting with the legs crossed and having the arms relaxed. Lifting the chest slightly and string through the top of the head, but back of the neck nice and long and the chin slightly in. And we're going to take a couple of long and deep breaths. We're going to chant 3 long Oms together. And then we're going to lie on the back. We're going to bring the knees to chest. And we're going to interlace the fingers to hold the legs in place. We're going to rest here and take a couple of deep breaths. Take a deep breath, and as you exhale, pull the knees closer towards you, lift your shoulder blades off the floor, and make yourself small into a little ball. Try not to hug your shoulders to your ears. And then gently release. Then placing the hands on the backs of the thighs, on the hamstrings, we're going to use the legs to bring us up, and then rounding the back, we're going to roll on the back, and then we're going to do that a few times. And then we're going to come onto hands and knees. We're going to sit on the heels. We're going to separate the knees, and keeping the hips as low as comfortable, as low as you can. We're going to fall forward. So when you fall forward, don't lean forward. Try to keep your weight, on your hips, down towards your heels. We'll take a couple of deep breaths. Then we push up, take the legs in front. With the legs in front and leaning on the hands, if that's okay, and then we're going to tap the legs to the floor. And then with the feet together, we're going to make circles. And in the other direction. And then we're going to take a sitting posture. We're going to hold onto the shins, the front shin, or the knees. And then with an inhale, we're going to extend the spine, the front ribs lift, the chest lifts, keeping the shoulders down, arch nicely, and then with the exhale, we're going to do the opposite movement, round in the back, easing out. We're going to start nice and easy, and then gradually, we're going to speed it up. Inhale, powerful breath, and exhale. Then we stop at the center, take a deep breath, and exhale. Now, we're going to turn from the center of the spine, making circular motions. So it's a little bit like the exercise we just did before, but now we do it in circles. We'll start nice and slow, and then we slowly speed it up. So we inhale forward, and we exhale back. And then we make the circles smaller, a little bit like a coin that's turning and slowly falling. Make the circles smaller and smaller and smaller. And then stop at the center, deep breath in. Hold it. And exhale. And then we go in the other direction. Big circles to begin with, and slowly to begin with, inhaling forward and exhaling back. Making the circles smaller. And then stop at the center, deep breath. Hold it. And exhale. And we take the legs in front. Forgot to mention, always practice with eyes closed unless you need to see the exercise. Practice with eyes closed and looking to the brow center. So your eyes are crossed, looking to the brow center, but the eyelids are shut. So lifting through your chest, energizing your legs, bend the knees if it makes it easier for you. We're going to extend the arms in front. And we're going to lean back a little to inhale and going from the hips. Don't round the back. Keep your chest lifted. As you exhale, we lean forward as far as we comfortably can. And then we do that back and forth, starting nice and slow, and then speeding out gradually, taking powerful breaths. And then as you exhale, hold onto your feet. If you can't hold your feet, hold your shins, pull your shoulders back, lift your chest, deep breath in. And as you exhale, pull yourself slowly. Lengthen the back of your neck and take deep breaths. with an inhalation, come up. Good. Now we split the legs. I'm just changing direction so that you can see the exercise better. So legs split. Again, bending the knees if it makes it easier. And don't go too far if it's uncomfortable. Try to sit on the front portion of your sitting bones instead of rolling on the back portion of your sitting bones. And I always say to begin with the basics. If you struggle with this posture, placing the hands behind, lifting the chest and holding here still, taking deep breaths, will do just as good. If you find it hard to sit, I reckon you're going to find it a lot harder to fold. So remember. We're going to interlace the fingers and bring the palms together. And then with an exhalation, we're going to go down the center. And then as we inhale, we come up and twist the trunk from the waist, the chest, and face that leg. And then as you exhale, you go down. And then we come back to center, and then we go down the center again. And then we turn the other way and reach the other leg. Inhaling up and exhaling down. We start nice and slow. And then very gradually we speed it up. Not too much, just a little. And then with an inhale, we come up. Now, if you can go wider, you're going to lift your hips on your hands. You're going to separate your heels, bring your hips forward. And then with an exhalation, you're going to fold. You can grab your feet or place the hands in front, up to you. And we take a couple of long breaths. And with an inhalation, come up and slowly come out of your pose. You're going to take a comfortable sitting posture. And we're going to crisscross the arms in front just to ease out through your shoulders. Now this is where we do breath of fire. If you don't know how to do it, please take a look at the video and practice slowly and gradually as it is instructed. It will help you get there slowly. We're going to extend the arms and we're going to turn one palm up and the other facing down. And then halfway through the exercise, I'm going to say switch, and we're going to switch the palms. And then we're going to reach very gently out through the fingers. Keep your shoulders down, your chest up, the back of the neck long. Close the eyes. And then we do breath of fire here. Switch. And then exhale, release your hands, and then take a deep breath and hold. And then slowly exhale. We're going to rest here for about a minute. As you rest, keep your eyes closed and just let your breath relax, let your body relax. Keep your focus on the movement of your breath. Okay, first exercise. Remember, in between exercises we take about a minute rest, maybe a little longer. Resting pose can be this sitting pose or lying down on the back. That's just perhaps even better. So if you feel like you want to rest more, just relax on your back. First exercise position is like this. So your knees pointing out, your heels high and touching together, and then the fingers on the floor. If you find it difficult to do this pose like this, you can separate your heels. I don't think it will make any difference. At least if you can't do it, yeah? And then, down is an inhale. You take a deep breath. And up, keeping the fingers on the floor, you lift your hips high to the sky. If you can extend the legs, good. That's the exhale. Inhale down and exhale up. We're going to do 100. Inhale up and exhale down. Don't make it physical. Concentrate. Mind power. Your mind can take you there. Tip, go quick. If you go too slow, it will take you too long and you will get too tired. So 100. Ten. 20. 30. 40. 60. 70. 80. 90. 100. 1 minute rest. And carefully come up to sit. Comfortable sitting posture. Take a deep breath. And exhale. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. This one starts on the back. And for this one, we're going to do 3 minutes. So the feet on the floor, so also the feet on the floor, with the heels comfortably close towards your hips. Feet hip width apart, knees hip width apart. And then we're going to rest the arms by the side and place the hands on the floor. If you have a mat, it may help you to grab the edges of the mat. It may help you to lift. And then, let's do this very slowly. To begin with, you lengthen your tailbone and you lift your hips. And then slowly you lift your spine 1 vertebra at a time until you come into your shoulders. And then you lift and open up your chest. Use your legs to help you lift high. And then with an exhalation, you round the back first. And then you lower slowly. Lower back. And then the hips come to the floor last. We're going to do 3 minutes. I'll start very slow. The most important thing is that you get used to that movement. First lifting from the tail. And then lowering from the upper back. 3 minutes. Start now. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Make sure that when you're lifting, you don't push your head to the floor. Otherwise, you're going to end up with pain on your neck. It's on the shoulders you want to press. Powerful breaths. And then rest. 1 minute rest. as you rest. Allow the breath to come back to its natural rhythm. And allow the body to rest, the arms to relax, the legs to relax. And then come out of the pose. Take a seat. Sit nice and tall. Take a deep breath. And exhale. 2 more times. Great. Now we're going to prepare for the next exercise. Bringing the palms together, fingers interlaced, turn the hands. Imagine you have something sticking out of your fists, pointing, and then you want to point that in circles. And then in the other direction. Change again. Change again. And then bring the fingers, separate your hands, bring your fingers together, fingers to thumbs, and then separate them, and a lot of space between the fingers. And then do that as fast as you can for 10, 9, 8, 5. Shake your hands. And then crisscross the arms in front. So we're going to exercise number 3. You're going to come into hands and knees. Don't let the weight sink all into the heels of your hands. Press through the base of your fingers and the tips of the fingers, and we're going to extend into the balls of the feet into a plank. Gradually you might notice your hips start to sink, don't let them sink. And your chest may also start to sink, don't let it sink. And then from here, just put the timer on, 3 minutes with breath of fire. Concentrate, you can do this. Knees down slowly, and then relax. 1 minute. Concentrate on your breath. Don't let the mind wander. Stay with your breath. If you're lying down, come to sit. Just give your hands a little shake. Crisscross your arms in front a couple of times. Good. Come to still. Take a deep breath. And exhale. 2 more. Great. For number 4, we're going to sit what's called a Cobbler Pose, with the soles of the feet together and the legs apart. Find a comfortable pose. Don't push yourself too hard. You want to be ideally close to the hips. If that's not the case for you, don't worry. And then we're going to wrap the hands around the toes or on the tops of the feet. And we're going to lift the chest, roll the shoulders, and lengthen through the back of the neck, straight through the top of your head. If you find it difficult to hold your feet, you can hold your ankles or your shins, or perhaps even better, bring the hands back and sit nice and tall with your shoulders down. Yeah? 3 minutes with breath of fire. Eyes closed, gazing at the brow center. Powerful breath. We end with an exhale. And then deep breath in. And exhale to relax. And we take 1 minute rest. And carefully come up to sit. Great. And last one, last exercise, into an inverted table pose. So the hands can point, the fingers can point to the side. I think sometimes that's easier for the wrists, or the fingers can point forward, whichever it feels best for you today. And then I think that the best way to start is to start upwards, to start up on hands and feet. You come up and then you adjust the distance of your hands and feet so that your heels are right beneath your knees. So not to close it in, but right beneath the knees, and the hands are beneath the shoulders. And then you lift, you roll the shoulders, you lift your chest, and then you slowly come here. And then the hands and the feet just stay there. I want to change the position of the hands pointing to the sides. So remember, shoulders back, inhale, lift up, and then exhale, slowly lower your hips down. Start slow, and if you can, speed it up gradually. We go for 3 minutes. Powerful breath. then finish there. Carefully relax. And then prepare for a long relaxation. Well done. If you have no time, at least do a minute. If you have time, do minimum 5 minutes. Maybe up to 10 minutes if you can. Just lying down and resting.